Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. My name is Desmond, a final year computer science student from University of Malaya. In this video, we will try to solve the mid-sem past year 2015-2016 imitation questions. So there are two questions in this imitation paper. The first one is to simulate a graph. The second one is to write a point of sale system for a supermarket. So let's move on to the first question. So in the first question, you should ask for initial coordinates from the user and then ask for commands like UDLR, which stands for up, down, left, and right from the user, and then translate the coordinates and give the final coordinates. If the user enters Q, then quit the program. So let's move on over here. And to get input from the user, we are going to need a new scanner object, system.in. Okay. All right, and we would also need to give up some instructions to the user, like enter coordinates, and then we are going to ask for two coordinates, x and y, scatter.next in, copy this for y, this is for x and y. Okay, so now we have the coordinates from the user. We are going to save. We are going to read one more next line character because we are using next in here. When the user enters, it actually, for example, if the user wants to enter 3 and 4, they'll do a 3 space 4 and then enter. So this, in this line, it will read the 3, and then in this line, it will read the space and 4 and then returns 4. Then how about this line? So we should also read this line over here, which is by just calling scanner.next line. So this would read the next line character, which is the enter over here. Okay. After that, we need to do a while loop because we need to keep asking this until the user enters a command that says Q. So let's ask a command from the user by maybe put an arrow like this and ask for the command, and the command is only one character, and we are going to just read the first character of the line, which is scanner.nextLine.char at 0, and using this command we are going to evaluate if the command is Q. If the command is Q, then we are going to break out of this loop and we should stop running the while loop. Okay, if the command is not Q, that means continue running, and the command can be either U, D, L, or R. So let's write out all the cases over here. So case U, we are going to change the coordinates. Okay, so if we move up, for example, from 0, 0, when we move up, it's going to be 0, 1, right? So say that this is x and this is y. Let's say we start from here, 0, 0. When we move up, it should be 0, 1. So we need to increment the y, okay, and break. Then for the next case, let's say D. For D, if we start from 0, 0, then it should go to 0, negative 1, right? From 0, 0, if we say D, it should move down to 0, negative 1. So for that, we are going to decrement y and break. One more case, actually two more. So for left, we are going to demonstrate over here, 0, 0, and it should return negative 1, 0. Okay. For this is moving one step to the left, which is decrement x. Okay, so from 0, 0, we're going to move over here to negative 1, 0. So decrement x and break. Okay, and then for right, R, this is going to be 0, 0 to 1, 0. Okay, so if we move from 0, 0, we move one step to the right, it should be 1, 0. For that, we need to increment x and break. All right. So that's it for the 4 cases, and it's always a good practice to put a default case at the end of the switch statement and print maybe please enter only U, D, L, R, or Q to quit. Okay, so after this, we need to print out the coordinates. It's called ordinates, which has 2 decimal, and we should use printf instead and put in X and Y. So that's it for this program. Let's try to run, stop and rerun. All right. Okay, let's say start from 3 and 4, move up, should be 3 and 5, move down, 3 and 4, move down, move left, move right, and Q to quit. So up, the program is doing great, it is returning what it should return, and that's it for this question 1. Let's move on to question 2. So for question 2, we are going to write a point of sale system for a supermarket. According to this price table, this is the example of input and output. So for example, when we ask for the item in kg, the user enters a fish 3. That means he bought 3 kilograms of fish. According to this table, we should times this 3 by this 4.2 to get the amount for this fish, and then have variable to sum them all together and then display the total amount over here when the user enters Q. So the same case over here, we should have a scanner, new scanner, system.in, and then go to output, enter item and kg, Q to quit. Alright, and then we're going to have a total amount which is in double, and then do a while loop over here to loop through until we read something that is Q. So string line equals to scanner dot next line. We are going to read the whole line, and then if the first character of the line is a Q, we're going to break out of this infinite while loop. Alright, and then let's write a string inputs. We have to split, for example, fish space 3. We need to split it into fish and 3 in this array. So let me show you what does this code do. Split by space, arrays dot to string inputs. Okay, let's try to run this first. So let's say I enter fish and 3. It should split this this whole line of string by the space over here, which is specified over here, and then it should return 2 string elements in an array we call inputs. Okay, so this is what this line is doing over here. It splits the line into an array of strings. Okay, and for the item, it's in string, is in the 0th element, and from the kg, it's in the first element. But we need to pass this because we are requiring a double over here, and this is string. We need to change the string into double by using double.parseDouble. Okay, and then we also specify a price per kg. Okay, let's say that it's -1 for now, because we're going to need to use that later. Okay, so we put in the item over the switch statement, and we compare it with fish according to this table. If fish, then price per kg is 4.20 and break. If it's a vegetable, then price per kg is 2.00 break. If it's an apple, then price per kg is 1.50 and break. If it's so if it's not either of these cases, then price per kg should should be -1. We could actually do like this if you prefer. Default, then price per kg is -1. So if price per kg is -1, we know that whatever the user enters does not match fish, vegetable, or apple. Okay, so if price per kg is -1, then we should say invalid item, enter only fish, vegetable, or apple. Okay, and we should say continue, so that whenever the user enters something that is not either fish or vegetable nor apple, then it should go back here to the very beginning of the while loop and ask the user to enter again. Alright, and if not, we should add the total amount. If not means that the user enters correctly either fish, vegetable, or apple, then we should add the total amount by kg times price per kg. Right? So we could also print out a current amount %.2f, then put the f over here and put in the total amount. Okay, right. In the end, after this, everything, the end of while loop, we should print out the total amount, rm %.2f, and total amounts. Alright, let's try to run this. Okay, let's say fish 3 and fish. You know what? Let's stop this over here, and we should put a new line over here so that it does not continue over here. And let's try to rerun again. Alright, fish in caps, fish 3, apple 3.2, vegetable 3.33, then Q at the end. So the total amount is exactly the same as the sample output. So right, so that's it for question 1 and 2 for mid-sem test for the past year 2015 and 2016. So if you think this video is helpful, remember to share it with your friends and like this video. Also subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future videos. And in the next video, we are going to try to attempt for this, the past year for 2016 and 2017. So see you guys in the next video. Thanks so much for watching, and bye bye.